Hey, episode 8. It's gonna be a little bit different today. I mean, what's new, right? But I'll try to keep it short. The short of this past week is that it's been a fiasco. Today has been a fantastic day in Mushy Lands. It's raining, it's very fitting. The longer is that I went on a bit of an adventure Friday morning. I've been playing for probably about 3 hours today, and I set out this morning with a goal in mind. It didn't go so well. I wanted donkeys, see. Donkey Slayer. That is my new sword. How does everybody like it, Donkey Slayer? I hate it. I hate this sword. I can sum it up by saying endless frustration and an immense waste of time. It's a fucking worst sword. My mob farm has also been a bit of a disaster as far as automation goes. Oh my gosh. Come on. Can you just work with me for a second here? Okay, so as you can see, like I said, creepers are definitely spawning, they're falling down. Oh, what the heck? What the heck? No. What's happening? Gosh dang. Oh, you despawn? You despawn? Oh my god. You see, look at this. I don't understand. But to be fair, some cool stuff did happen. I caught this on camera and my reaction to it. Oh my gosh, what? Oh wow, look. Oh, I've never got one before. How did that happen? I didn't have any horses on the island. Whoa, okay. Oh my gosh. Alright, my donkey's gonna die. I need to get out of here. Oh, okay, this is crazy. What? I'm gonna ignore that, okay? But that's the best thing to come of this. Later, I said I'd work on the interior design of my library, and I did. I sunk hours into it as soon as I felt better from a bit of food poisoning I've just come off of, which I'll get into in a moment. And the result of all the work, all the tearing out of old designs to try new things, is that I think it's absolutely hideous. I hate it. Yes, I will show it to you, but forewarning, I really do think it's hideous. And the fact of the matter is that I just don't have the time to demolish everything and fix it right now, before I ought to be putting this episode out. It's nearly been a week already. But I do have some exciting stuff to get into this episode. Regardless of all the disaster, I'm hoping to turn things around. First, let's take a quick little tour through the library as is. Now, bear with me, alright? When I made this initial entrance, I loved it. Yeah, minus the carpet, maybe. The feel was just so unique to me when I made it. And coming out into the first floor here, I love these two side rooms. The rest of it, easiest way to describe it is a love-hate relationship where I think hate has finally won out. On a small scale, up close like this, I still really like it. There's something here that I could probably work with, but when I back out, I hate to admit it, but I am not happy with this. Upstairs just gets worse. I mean, I do sort of like the upstairs, quite a bit actually. My problem might be that I haven't found the style of interior design that I want. Like, I like the look of this area, sort of messy, but ultimately it's not really doing it for me. I think it's because I had to use a lot of cheap tricks in the end to feel better about this floor. Things like lots of leaves and, well, the leaves. Lots of busy details to distract from how ugly the place actually is. I have yet to get to the bottom floor and much of the larger idea behind the project as we go lower. I still think that'll turn out awesome when we push through and get it done. Aside from this mess, I put a little thingy up on the hill over there for a future project. And past that, I haven't gotten much done. I sunk an impressively wasteful amount of time into trying to get this interior sorted, as well as the donkey venture, and also the mob farm, and trying to get some golems sorted out. It's felt disastrous. And not to mention all the food poisoning. By the way, I've been just terribly sick this weekend, and there was no way I could record until just recently, and my throat's still a little raw, actually. So I apologize for any kind of wait there. Anyways, let's just take a break from this for a second, alright? I've been toying around with some ideas that I'd like to share with you. So let's hop into my creative world real quick. Still watching? Now, I'm not sure how much of this really matters to you guys, so I'll try to keep it succinct. The basic idea of what I'm about to show you is that I want to enable a sort of pseudo-creative mode in my single-player series. And the basic reason for pursuing this concept is because I want this series to be about building, and I want to create some awesome things. Right now, I feel an unnecessary amount of my time is spent grinding for stone, for wood, and for other really basic resources. We won't worry about the things we can easily create farms for, or the extreme basics like cobblestone, which I have in abundance regardless, but some pretty basic materials. Check this out. There are 6 command blocks and 5 lists of resources on the ground here. As an aside, this is actually a concept that I've been wanting to play with for a long while now, and having been playing this game for 5 years, I think changing the game up a bit is merited. So let's run down the line. I click these buttons and each one summons a villager. You can see the commands down below. Custom NPCs. The first guy, I call him the Exchange Smith. He's the essence of this system. I talk to him and what does he offer? I give him emeralds and he'll give me iron bits. Now, this is all 100% vanilla Minecraft. I did this using command blocks within the game and no outside sources. So anyways, this is a currency from 1 to 64. 1 emerald equals 1 iron bit. Bit of a Grim Dawn reference, too. So on down the line, we look at the villagers. They're selling me materials for iron bits. We can see all what they are stacked behind them, but look, if you're here, you get the general idea, right? I give them currency, they give me some materials. Only the basic stuff. What this will allow me to do is cut hours out of grinding materials for these big projects that I want to do. Literally a third of the time it takes me to build these things, I'm also grinding for resources. It's a waste of time. Mind, I still have to do some groundwork to get a hold of this stuff, but it's all something I consider quite fun and interesting. This is the basic model of an exchange and currency system that I can use in my SSP world. And all I've got to do is spawn in some command blocks. Now this next bit might be a bit much, but take a look here. I've played around with spawning in tools and armor, but I'd like to get some input on it first. The basic concept here is that in actually pursuing the pseudo-creative mode, it doesn't enable you to do anything you can't do normally in survival. I can't fly, but it removes the stress of the grind of the game. No real risk from mobs, and no worry about loss or breakage of tools. My idea was that these would be free with the button click. Now some ideas are that I could have the villagers sell me these tools for something of a hefty price. I could tie it into the mob head advancement that I've got in my world at the moment, even. Some sort of prize system. This is also a bit unappealing though, because it's adding another layer of stress. I want to reiterate that all of this is supposed to give me the ability to build and play the game freely, in a sort of true sandbox. I've done the grind of Minecraft countless times. I've played the game for what must amount to thousands of hours, and now I want to make this building series. I want it to be fun and interesting not only for myself, but you guys as well. The past week has been a learning experience for me, a big one. That I have to demolish every memory and evidence of that library isn't the only lesson here. I think another one is that it's time for me to move past the deeper grind of the game and embrace the building aspect, while still holding on to some essence of the survival experience. I still want to build those scaffolds for the massive projects, you know? Either way, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. It's a big idea and would be a big change for sure. A cool thing about it is that it's super expandable. Command blocks add a very intricate layer of depth to the game, and villager trading could open up some very cool role-playing aspects that I can implement into my SSP series. Regardless of the implementation of this change, I do intend to spawn in some neat little guys to really add immersion to some of the things I'm doing. Let's hop out of the world now. All of that said, I do have a super secret little area that I gritted my teeth and got started on, which I can't actually show you yet. Big things for episode 9. And I have something quite cool to show you guys. We have our first 2 comic books here, and we have our first, hefty, should I say, library submission. It's a very neat short story by another channel and a neat guy named Lux. Let's take a peek at the first page and on. Now I did do the design myself, but the story is all his. And that's all the peeking you'll get. It's called Oswin the Wild. In the coming episode 10, we'll take a fuller look through that, and you guys can see the whole story. It's a neat thing, again, super happy to have it for the library. A little bit of foreign lore for the world, eh? And as I said, Lux has his own channel in partner with a friend of his. I actually really love their content, and I think it's hilarious. If you're looking to check out another channel, you should definitely check theirs. There's a link for them near the top of the description below. Now, if you guys want to get into the library, drop me a comment. If you're new and wondering what the heck I'm talking about, there's some short info in the description regarding how exactly to get into the library. It's super simple. So thank you all so much for watching. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on this idea of mine, and I'm eager to get started on some larger projects here in the world. We're probably going to move away from the Mushroom Island for the next few episodes because I'd like to get started on some bigger ideas, as well as take a break from this mess. I was entirely serious when I said it's all gonna go. And sorry for the longer kind of wait for this episode. Again, I was sick, and I just wasn't able to make much progress in the world. So I hope you all have a good night, day, whatever it is, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Have a good one.